Hey guys, what's up, Kaza here, and today I'm going to be giving you my first anime review slash uh, anime review slash lore, and today's lore is going to be Fullmetal Alchemist. This is not Brotherhood. I will be doing Brotherhood soon, promise guys, but right now it's for the thing. Anyway, as you can see right here, I'm pointing to it with my mouse. This is the state alchemist symbol. If you guys do not know what that is, I will tell you in a second what state alchemists are. Anyway, let's get on to the lore. A long time ago, there were two people. There was a guy named Hohenheim, and a girl whose name I do not know. I searched all over the place, but I couldn't find it. Anyway. They were two lovers. And they had the idea of immortality. Now, immortality would be impossible, right? Nobody can live forever. But they found a way. See, they were alchemists. And as alchemists, they were able to use the law of equivalent exchange to to help them, aid them. So what they did was they went up to two people, one male, one female, to keep their genders, and they took over their body. But there was one catch to that. Every time they would transfer a body, the body would start to rot, meaning that they can't be there forever. It would actually die sooner than the last body. So, that's kind of sad. I mean, although they were evil. I guess the end justifies me, but it doesn't matter. Anyway. They were in rotting bodies, and the rotting bodies would decompose after a certain amount of time. So they had to keep switching out after their body starts to decompose. One of these times that they transferred, it was the early 20th century. No, it was just before the early 20th century. Hohenheim decides, hey, I don't want to live forever, and I want to find a wife. They weren't lovers anymore, and Hohenheim went to go find a wife, which leads to Ed and Al's mom. Ed and Al's mom and Hohenheim got together and got married. After getting married, they gave birth to two beautiful children, hence Ed and Al. But some skies are not meant to be so bright, and Hohenheim starts finding out that his body is starting to decompose. So he tells Ed and Elle's mom that he's going to be gone for a while. He says that he hopes that he dies before her and leaves emotionless. He did not intend for Ed to come out with Al and see him leave, because he didn't want him to see him leave. It would bring tears to his eyes, but he did. Al had something wrong with him, and Ed just came out. The only thing that they have left to remember his father is the picture that was inside their house. Later, after Ed and Al's mom died, Ed and Al couldn't take it. They just couldn't. So they decided to perform the taboo. The taboo known to all alchemists throughout the land, which is known as human transmutation. They wanted to turn their mother back into their mother. They wanted to bring her back from the grave. They got all the ingredients that they needed. Ed got it down to every single little detail, except for one. He needed a human soul. No way a living being can come out of something that doesn't have a human soul. So they tried creating their mother at the cost of Ed's right arm. No, at the cost of Ed's left leg and Al's body. Then Ed sees the truth. He goes from one end of the door back to the real world. He sees his brother's clothes, but none of his brother, except for a big puddle of blood. He looks at what's supposed to be his mother, but only sees a creature of which no one can speak of. He then creates another transmutation circle, gives up his right arm to put Al's soul into the body of a suit of armor. The blood seal put into Al's body is the only weakness that Al has. Later, after Winfrey, Ed and Al's friend, and also their mechanic, and also a mechanic, builds Ed's arm and leg back, and he begins to live with it. But what they thought was the creature of their mother was about to turn into something completely worse. This right here. No. This right here. This is the symbol of a homunculus. The symbol of an immortal being. A homunculus is only a homunculus was a dead person who was afflicted by the taboo and fed by the main villain, whose name is not known. Now, Hohenheim had no idea that this would happen. So that's why, so he's just an extra right now, but they created homunculuses to kill, and to kill only. Now let's get back to this. Ed and Al was set out after a couple of years to become state alchemists. Well, Al didn't become a state alchemist, it was only Ed, but in any case, Al was with 100% of the time. So they get to the alchemist place, and that's where the name of the anime comes in, with Ed getting the title of Full Metal Alchemist. Becoming a state alchemist showed all of the information that he needed to get a Philosopher's Stone, a special stone that's contained to hold very strong powers. But like I said, sometimes clouds can't be as bright as you think they are. With Ed and Al finding out that the Philosopher's Stone is made by the death of human lives. They just wanted the Philosopher's Stone not to save their mother, but to save themselves. They wanted their bodies back. I mean, why would you? Why would anybody want a messed up body? They given up on trying to take back someone from the dead. So did somebody else. Ed and Al's teacher was a very strict woman, but she was just an ordinary housewife. Known for that catchphrase, I'm just a housewife. Ed and Al's teacher, which I forget the name to at the moment, also performed the taboo. But she didn't lose anything that's visual. Like, you can't see the disappeared parts. But she knew she could feel it. Losing most of her insides to try and bring back her baby, who grew up to be known as Wrath. Wrath, a fearful kid, steals Ed's arm during one of the episodes and uses it to perform alchemy. So, he's a homunculus, right? So, he's part of that type thing where he has a special power. Well, everybody has a special power. Wrath Wrath just became an alchemist by stealing Ed's arm. He doesn't even know that his mom isn't even Ed's mom, because throughout half the series, he believes that Ed's mom is actually his mom, due to the fact that they're both homunculuses, and he's wanted that mom. He would always deny the fact that Ed and Al's teaching was actually Wrath's mom. So that was kind of a downer. I mean, he cries a lot for that girl, and then he finds out because Ed and Al's mom, homunculus form, tells him that he is. But, homunculuses are flawed. Think about it. Nothing doesn't have a flaw. I mean, nothing has no flaws. So, you have to think of one. And I feel like the creator of Fullmetal Alchemist came up with just that. He came up with the fact that homunculuses can be killed when they're in range of their dead body parts. The body part, say a homunculus has a pile of bones hidden 20 floors below him, or something like that. You'd have to grab that big bag of bones, bring it up to him, then you're able to kill him. But the hard part is trying to kill him. Anyway, the state alchemist symbol, one that shows authority to the military. Show that you're one of the military's dogs, or so to say. Everybody thinks of the military as the military's dogs, mostly because they helped in the battle of Ishvala. What is Ishvala? To think about it, where do they live? Well, the thing is, Ed and Al, and along with hundreds of thousands of people, live in a small country of Amestris, in the shape of a circle shown right here. This would be Central City. This over here would be West City, East City, South City, and North City. And that would be the country of Amestris. Now, over here, to this corner of the map, is Ishvala. Ishvala is home to the Ishvalans. And the Ishvalans believe that their god helps them through whatever cause. Now, the Ishvalans were having a big threat on the military in Central City. So what they did was they told the state alchemists that they would give them military ranks if they were to help out with the military ranks and the military privileges that would help with the struggle with Ishvala. The state alchemists agreed, and they wiped out everyone in Ishvala. Sadly, that's what happened, and there is one survivor. The one survivor, named Scar, hates. The one survivor named Scar hates every state alchemist, and in fact wishes to kill them all. During the first episodes of both Brotherhood and a regular Fullmetal Alchemist series, Scar played a big part by killing some of the state alchemists that were really tough to face, showing how superior he is. Then, even mortally injuring Edward and taking out a chunk of Al. Now, now his own pride is still there. He believes that they need to see judgment by their God. But later in that series, he gives up and he just doesn't help anymore. So, whatever happened to Hohenheim? I mean, he did leave Ed and Al. Sorry for the cough. He did leave Ed and Al. What was he supposed to do? God dang it. Anyway, he roams the wilds of Amestris by himself, thinking about everything. And at the end, meets up with Ed and Al in Central City and the building with the homunculus. The main person. Hohenheim's wife, if you may say. Now, after the impact, we all knew it was going to happen. If one evil thing dies, then the next will follow, leading to the death of Hohenheim Ulrich. Well, that's... Ed and Al finally get their bodies back, but at a sore loss. First things first, General, Colonel Mustang loses his sight, making him loses an eye, making him go partially blind, which really affects his precision of his fire alchemy. Next, a terrible mistake happens as Ed goes to get Al's body back. He makes the transmutation circle on his body, creating the mortal wounds and sending him to the door. He agrees to give Al his body back, but he gets sent to another dimension. Al and Ed are then forced to split up in 2 different dimensions and live out their days. But that's not the end of the story. Oh no, we're far from over. After the main villain was eaten by one of the homunculuses, Gluttony, and if you and I may have left that part out. Here, let me just tell you for a second. The main villain kills one of the homunculuses that she made, Lust, making Gluttony start crying and start attacking the boss. She then makes Gluttony go insane, craving hunger. So she dies in an elevator with Gluttony, which eventually kills her. Well, anyway, that's a different story. Gluttony dies, I think. Yeah. And Envy goes to the next dimension, where Hohenheim and both Ed are there. Don't ask me how Hohenheim got there. I'm pretty sure he did something to do it, maybe die on the other side. Anyway, Hohenheim and Ed are there. Ed, seeing that, it's a different dimension, and he is filled with despair. He cuts off his own arm and his own leg, and replaces it with the crappy mechanical stuff that they have there, which is made out of, plastic. So, Edward then goes ahead, and his first fight comes out, he's used to the clap and then slap. But he didn't do it, so he just fought them with his bare hands, blah, blah, blah. They then find Envy. Envy's like this giant dragon right now. She's trampling through everything. They finally take her down, and she dies. Well, Envy's a he. So Hohenheim and Ed are talking, and they're doing all this stuff. You see Hitler because it's the early 20th century, and it's in basically our world, and he's just here, and he wants to go back, and then he finds a way to go through the portal. Now, I haven't seen the Star of Milos, but this is all the first-hand experiences that I've seen from other people talking about it, so don't take my word for it. He finds a way to get through the portal, and then then they're on like this airship, and this airship, there's Colonel Mustang, the new King Fuhrer, because King Fuhrer Bradley was destroyed by Colonel Mustang since he was actually a homunculus, and they landed on the airship. So Ed and Al are having this awesome reunion, and Al's like, you know what? I can't do this. I'm gonna have to shut the gate from the other side. And Al's just like, oh no, brother, don't go, don't go. But he has to, so he gets over to the other side, and he's like, Al, do it. So he gets ready to use the transmutation circle, and this is like the worst part of the anime ever, because if Al could have done this, then Ed should have done this. So they close off the gate, but right before the gate closes, Al seems to jump right through, straight into Ed's dimension. Well, that seems like it could work. I mean, think about it. But oh man, that sucks. And then they end off with the catchphrase, but we won't be able to get back. Don't worry, brother. We'll be able to get through it. And then they start reaching up towards the sky, and that's the ending. That's the ending of Fullmetal Alchemist, the very first season. This is like a 10-minute video, I think. And like I said, I have no intro due to the fact that this is the thing. There will be no outro either. It's just a bunch of me talking with these pictures. Pictures. Trust me, I know a lot more about Brotherhood than I do with this regular one, and I will be bringing up Brotherhood real soon. So, thank you guys for watching. If you like this commentary, please subscribe. If you like this video in general, please leave comments and like. And I'll be doing a lot more anime reviews later. And yeah, don't forget to watch my gaming videos, which I will be having up here. If you want to see more, and you want to see the video, and if you want to see the animes that you want to put up, just comment down below which anime do you want to watch. Yeah. No, well, which anime lore do you want to watch? And you could criticize me on how much I know your anime, or the anime that you want to watch, if you like it or not. If anything, I would give this anime about... I'm not trying to choose favorites. Like I said, it's your choice. You could choose, but I want to say it's about maybe 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. I think that's a fair choice. But due to the fact that this one is not as good as the other one, well, I wouldn't actually give it a 9. I'd give it like an 8. So let's put it at 8 instead of 9. So it's 8 out of 10. Seeing that the other part, the Brotherhood is a lot better than this one, we have high hopes for this one. So if you can watch this, if you watch this first, my brother watched it first, and he said that Brotherhood sucked. That's because he watched this first. See, I feel like the second one it gets more in depth, but that's just me. I like both series equal, just Brotherhood a little bit more, because it does get a little bit more in depth. With 6 parts and 10 episodes each, except for the 6th part that only has like 2. You cannot lie. That is a lot. That is a lot of episodes to start working on character designs. I want to say about 56 are, and the rest are just like filler. But that's just me. If you guys want to see this, I recommend you go see it. I'll give you a link to the Funimation site, and you can watch it. Or if you want to buy it, I'll give you a link to the site where you can buy it, I'll look for a very cheap site for you to look up. It may not be up the very first day I upload this video, but, you know, I'll find a way. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and bye.
Bye.